Hi all, it's Kris, author of the book, A New Baby at Happy Gates Ranch. I had someone ask me tonight about why I wrote this book, and I thought to myself, it's probably a story that people want to hear, and more important to me, a story that I want to get out there because I have a goal for writing this book. So, in June of 2021, my husband passed unexpectedly. We were married 32 years, and he went to a ball game with our youngest son for Father's Day. And in the drive for them to meet me, his heart stopped, and my son and his wife had to pull over on Interstate 95 outside of Baltimore and try to give him CPR and wait for help. Unfortunately, my husband didn't live. It was a shock, it was traumatic, and my world turned upside down. Fast forward, my sister Kathy, who's a character in this book, is a pediatrician in Las Vegas. She lives outside of Las Vegas on a mini ranch. On this ranch, they raise miniature donkeys, horses, chickens, they have dogs, they have cats, and there were even 2 doves who were on top of the barn while I was there. And I would spend my time when she asked me to come and visit after my husband passed, just looking at the animals. And I found a great deal of solace with their antics. At the same time, she would come home from work and I would hear bits and pieces of stories. Perhaps she was in the other room on the phone, or she could tell me things that have happened over the years as, she saw things in her work. And I wondered to myself, what kind of a person is able to tell parents, these awful things are happening to your children and they may not live, or the staff that have to tell the family and friends, and they know what this situation is going to look like. But there was one story where a mom had just had a baby, and they knew this baby wasn't going to live long. And the staff in these, what we would consider off hours, were doing their darndest to try to get an incubator and the right medicines and get this child home so they could meet the brother and the sister and the grandparents, for whatever matter of hours or days they had left. And my heart just broke because I had just lost my husband and I knew what that kind of pain felt like. And I thought to myself, what can I do? Is there anything I could do to make this situation any better? Like, who am I? These people are strangers. And I thought to myself, the animals. The animals made me smile even in my grief. They sometimes made me laugh. What if I could write a story that maybe could help these family members just escape for 5 or 10 minutes? And so that was the impetus behind why I wrote this book. And then in a sort of serendipitous moment, one of the people in my AMP, Accelerated Momentum group, told me that they knew of a high school student, a friend of her daughter's, who drew very well, and I was looking for an illustrator. And so Adina Park and I teamed up. And during that time, another unfortunate experience happened for Adina. Her mom passed away. So here she is in her high school year. Now her dad and her siblings and she no longer have mom around. And so I think we kind of supported each other through this endeavor. And ironically, Idina's going to college right now as a med student. So all these things sort of came together. And the reason is so that we can bring some levity, some smiles, maybe some laughter to folks in the medical world, to the families going through these traumas. And it's my small way of just trying to make the world a little bit better. So I'm asking for your help. My goal is to get at least 100 books into the hands of this one program. And in the description below, you'll see the address of where to mail it to and where you could buy this book. So I'm just asking, can you help me? Can you help these families? I'd really appreciate it. Thank you.